at the top of a mountain that's really close to my house. And this park in here is just so wonderful, and every time I come here there are like so many elders exercising and little kids on school trips because there's a lot of schools around this mountain. It's just, the atmosphere is just amazing here. So I came here today because I have now been living in Korea for 1 month, and I feel like it's about time that I start to tell you guys how I came here and why I came here. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me questions about your curiosities about how I moved here, what's like with visas and jobs and language, everything you're curious about regarding my move. So you did. So now I'm here. I'm very hungry. I haven't been eating today yet, so I bought a kimbap, samgak kimbap. So let's eat. So the first thing people are curious about when they hear about I'm moving to Korea, all the questions that I get was, what's your visa and how did you get it? I feel like there's a lot of confusion about the visa types and how you can get them. I am personally on the E6 visa, which is entertainment visa. And the thing about visas is that if it's a working visa like mine is, you have to have an employer who applies it for you. You can't just go apply for it yourself and get accepted to enter Korea. So the thing is, you already have to have a job secured in Korea, and they have to submit your application to the government here, and then the government will accept it and send you an acceptance in your home country, so you can go to the embassy there and issue your visa. So it's a very like complicated process. For me, it didn't take that long. It took 1 month. It was really quick. I heard a lot of other people on the same visa who said that it took them 3 months, which was why I was like very stressed from going here, because I already had a flight ticket fixed and I couldn't enter the country if I didn't have a visa. So you asked me a lot about my modeling job and how you can get here on like to be model, but there's like 3 scenarios as I see it. One is, in my case, I got a visa already. I got mine from CJ Entertainment Dia TV because they're my YouTube partners, so they wanted to sponsor my visa. But then you can have already an employer, and that should usually, if you want to be a model, be your mother agency in your home country that will partner up with a agency in Korea and therefore like agree to send you to Korea. So they will fix your visa for you, and in that case you will get the E6 visa. The other scenario is that you're here and you applied for a working holiday visa. A working holiday visa, you don't have to get the employer to apply for you, I believe. You just have to like apply for it and find a job here. And that can be modeling. The third and last scenario is that you come here as a student and then you get permission from your university to work as a model on the side. And in that case, you're on a student visa. The thing about the working holiday visa is that you can only be here for 1 year, and then you have to go home. So 1 year, that sucks. Next question is regarding to whenever I had a house or not when I came here, and no, I didn't. I came here and I had no place to live. I had an Airbnb for 10 days with my friend Sophie. So we came here, and then I was planning that in those 10 days I would find an apartment. I couldn't find an apartment in those days, but that's because I was picky, which was also good because I ended up finding a good place. I used a website called Stays. I will link them down below because they really were amazing. They work as like English translators when you go to the 부동산, which is the real estate agent. So they came with me. This was a guy, and he talked with the real estate agent, and he was with me when I was out seeing the houses and translating everything and giving me advice. And their fee is like very low. So it was amazing service. They even helped after I moved in as well. So if I have any questions, I can just text him and he will answer me. So that's amazing. Also regarding the bills paying and such like that. So it's very good. They helped me. You also asked how I could find like furniture and houses so quickly. Actually, Korea is just a very quick country. They always say like Bali Bali. It means like everything goes so fast. And for the furniture, I just went to IKEA and then I picked up everything and then I could like get them sent to me. I also got a lot of questions asking me how long I will be in Korea. I will be in Korea until I don't want to be here anymore, or until I feel like now I want to start studying. I'm hoping for maybe like 2 or 3 years, maybe more than that, maybe less. I have no idea. The thing is, when you have your visa and you move to Korea, you're far from settled. You still need to get like the alien registration card, which is the foreigner ID. And since I moved here in like exchange student season, it was impossible to get like book a time at the immigration office. So I don't even have applied for my ARC yet. And the thing about the ARC is that without that, you can't get like a phone subscription, you can't get internet in your house, or you can't get like a bank account, which are 3 very, very necessary things. Or at least that's what I thought, because that's what it says on the internet. But so far, I already put up a bank and I have a prepaid SIM card and I do have a prepaid internet. So it's possible. The prepaid things are so more expensive than the monthly subscriptions, so that's probably why they wrote that it wasn't possible, but it definitely is. You just have to invest a lot of money if you can't live without your phone or your internet for the amount of time that it takes for you to get the ARC. Usually when you apply for the ARC, it takes 1 month. But since I haven't even applied yet, since I will go next week, that was the earliest time for me, it's gonna take like another month from that date, which sucks. I also get a lot of questions about how much does it cost to move to Korea? So if I have to sum up how much money that I spent living here so far, like my integration process, so the flight ticket cost around 6,000 Danish kroner, and then my apartment deposit 10 million won. My monthly, I had to pay for the first month immediately when moving in, it's 450,000 won. Then for furniture, I spent roughly around, right now, as of now, I'm still buying more, so I'm probably gonna end around 2 million won, which is kind of a lot, but I like furniture. And then for the prepaid internet, I paid 141 for 3 months, so that is necessary because I don't have the ARC card. And for the prepaid phone subscription, 1 month of prepaid like SIM card is 70,000 won, but I'm gonna have to do it 1 more month, so another 70, so 140, because I won't get the alien registration card before that. So that, I don't know how much it adds up to, but you can see it here. That's how much money I spent so far to feel integrated and to feel like I run and I actually live here. I worked all of last year a full-time job and saved up a lot of money each month since I still lived home. I didn't have any expenses, so I was able to do that. I would definitely recommend you to do that as well if you plan on moving here. So you'll be able to put down a larger amount of money for your deposit and get a better apartment, get a cheaper rent, and you really just don't feel insecure about anything going wrong. So that was what I did. I saved up 130,000 Danish kroner again. Yeah, and that is more than enough, but it was because I knew I had a whole year, so might as well save up as much as I can. My plan is not to touch that. I mean, of course I used a lot of it on like apartments and necessary stuff, furniture, because furniture is expensive as well to get. When you think about you have to furnish a whole apartment from scratch, it's kind of expensive. You also asked me about how possible it is to find a job if you're not 100% comfortable in the language. If I'm being like completely honest, it's close to impossible. But it also depends on what your job is, because you're coming to a foreign country, so you will have to compete with the people living here for the jobs there are. And that means that if you don't have like a full education with a master's, you will not be able to beat Koreans in the job market. And it's even harder if you don't speak Korean. The thing is, it's a lot easier if you apply for something that, like, where you are more attractive than, for example, a Korean person. So for me, I'm a foreign model, so people find me through the hashtag foreign model in Korean. So, I mean, Koreans can't compete with me on that spot because I'm a foreigner. That's what the client is looking for. So, yeah, take that as an example. Would you give us some advice on how you plan everything? Yeah, I started to plan moving to Korea about 6 months before I moved here. So I bought my flight ticket immediately when I found out that Daya TV, CJ Entertainment were able to sponsor my visa. You should not buy your flight ticket before you know that you will have a visa, because it's a waste of money, and you have to go back after 3 months if you don't have the visa, and you can't even work here during the 3 months, because that's a tourist visa, 3 months. So I started. The first step was really to buy the flight ticket, so I was sure of the date. The next step was to make sure that I had enough money. The third step is to start your visa application process, and that is usually done by your employer. So you will have to fill out a lot of documents and such. I filled them out a month before I came here, which was very, very close. Like, I literally got my visa issued on the day that I had to fly. So I was so scared that I was not able to make it for the flight date. But I did, which was very nice, and the embassy helped me a lot to rush it through. Do you need a visa for renting an apartment? Yes, it's absolutely necessary. It's also necessary if you want to put up a bank, and it's also necessary. The visa is necessary for everything. You need to prove that you are here legally. But you can, like, join a share house if you're here for like being a tourist for 3 months. You can, like, rent a room in a share house without the visa, so that's definitely possible. You can look on Craigslist for those kinds of stuff if you want to. I also get a lot of questions about my friends here. I have been in Korea many times throughout the past 2 years. The first time was 2 years ago. I was here invited by Korean bros, which they are still my very close friends, and I work with them a lot. And I also meet people through, like, there's a good community for foreign YouTubers in Korea, so I meet a lot of people through there as well. And just on modeling jobs, I meet people, other models. I feel like knowing someone before coming here is a big plus, because I would not have known a lot of things if I didn't know any people here. So that's definitely something that you should consider. I think it might have been very stressful. I haven't felt like I was about to suffocate or cry yet, which I know a lot of other people feel like when they move to a different country. That's because I know a lot of people here, and I just feel very blessed and happy. Yeah. I hope this video was not too long, and that I answered a lot of the questions that you were curious about. If not, then put down your question down below and I will reply to all of the comments. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye!